Awesome. So, hi everybody, my name is Teddy Foyle and I am the Director of Sales and Development for a company called AdultSiteRunner. How's everybody today? Good? Yeah? Hungover? So I really appreciate everybody coming out today to spend time in the room with me. Time is very valuable here at the show, and it means a lot to me that you are going to come and listen to me speak for a few minutes and hopefully listen to each other speak, because I want to do more of a open floor Q&A for the session this year. In the past years I've been kind of PowerPointy, and I think it's easier to just chat and see what people in the room need. So briefly, a little bit about myself. I am originally from Virginia. I am now hailing from the big island of Hawaii, which I love. So I'm happy to be back in Phoenix again to see for the show this year. I've been in adult for about 10 years. I started out as a content producer for a niche site that I still produce for today called Stocky Dudes. I created that about 2008, and that focuses on bigger gay guys. So it's an underserved market, and I tried to go for that. So far it's been good. Now I co-run two sites, my own and another one. And then about 4 years ago, I started up with a guy named Christian Gold, who had a CMS platform that he was using for his own network of sites, the Older For Me sites, which is a large network of older men's gay sites. And we created this product called AdultSiteRunner because I liked what he was doing for himself, and I wanted to open that up to our industry. So everybody that runs our product are also content producers. So we understand the market that we come from and the market that we're serving, that sort of thing. My non-adult background is in online sales and marketing. I've worked for America Online, the Washington Post, companies like that back in the day in Virginia and Northern Virginia and DC, so as well as AARP. So I have a lot of background experience in user interface and usability and marketing, that sort of thing. So AdultSiteRunner is the only, in this industry at the moment, the only 100% cloud-based CMS service that is 100% Amazon Web Services powered. So your sites run on the same services that Amazon runs on Netflix. When you watch Amazon Prime videos, our customers' videos run on that same backbone. So stuff loads beautifully worldwide, just like you would expect it to on any other service. What makes us special is that our platform allows you to monetize your videos in a couple of different ways in one spot, so that you don't have to send your content out to third-party services to make additional money on it. So with our platform, you're able to offer your customers that come to your site the ability to purchase your content with traditional streaming access, like you might have with a Netflix or a Hulu Plus. No downloading, just streaming. The pay-to-download method, which is like the iTunes or Amazon method, you pay for a single video or scene and you can download to your computer. And then also the cloud monetization idea, so sort of like Ultraviolet or whatnot, where somebody can, if they don't want to download a video, but they don't want all the videos on your site, they can purchase a single video and stash it to their account on your site and come back at a later date to watch it if they have an internet connection. That's great for privacy. People who don't want to have adult on their devices, but also don't want your whole library. Maybe they just like one model or whatnot. So those are the three ways that we help you monetize your content all in one, that nobody else offers right now in a combination. It's all built into our platform. Some other things that are included, and I'm just going very quickly through this and we can do Q&A here in a minute. The cloud-based CMS is completely hosted on AWS, like I said, and everything you need is available to you anywhere you are with an internet connection. We use streaming media servers, of course, properly. We don't do progressive streaming, so everything's off of a streaming media server that is based on a CDN network. The mobile optimized sites, because most of your traffic these days, well, I'll say that wrong. About 25 to 30% of your traffic should be mobile these days. If you look at your stats or your Google Analytics, you'll see that it's around that number. So mobile traffic is increasingly becoming an important part of your member base and your potential money supply or revenue services. So having mobile is important, and if you don't have a mobile optimized site, you're potentially losing a lot of money if it's difficult for a user to navigate you mobile. And then CD and video delivery, like I said before, all of the videos that you have on our services are delivered across Amazon CDN services, 65 plus locations worldwide. So wherever your user is, the video comes to them from the closest location that they're at. So they don't have to stream a video in Australia from LA or something like that, which can cause buffering and a lot of headaches. Also, something that we offer that nobody offers is Roku private channels. So all of our customers have the ability to have an additional service activated with us and have a private Roku channel available to their members or to anyone who wants to purchase, site access that lets people watch directly on their Roku devices. If you don't know what Roku is, it's basically it's the original Apple TV. It was the first kind of mainstream set-top box. I think it still leads the market share these days. But that's very exciting because generally it costs between $8,000 and $10,000 to have a Roku channel developed for you by a developer, and we offer that as a one-time fee for significantly less than that. So those are some of the highlights of our platform, and of course security is built in. So if you ever use a service like Phantom Frog or what's the other one that everybody uses a lot? Proxy Pass, that sort of thing. Yeah, the same type of general security is built into our software, so you don't have to purchase that additionally. We track logins, locations, abuse attempts, that sort of thing. So let's see if I have anything else here. And we're happy to be a CCBill preferred integration partner, which is why we're here today, which is why we're in this room. And we love CCBill, and we work very well with them. They're great people. And we're tightly integrated with them in regards to OneClick Services, which allows you to have a user come and open up their wallet once, spend that one time, and then never have to pull their wallet out again to make additional purchases on your site. So say for instance, somebody comes in and they want to just buy one video. So with our system, they buy a little pack of credits to download a video or stash a video. They buy that video, they really like it, and they decide they just want to see all the videos on the site. They can, with one click, upgrade their membership to a streaming access and instantly, without pulling out their credit card again, have complete access to the site. It works the other way too. So somebody who has streaming access but really would like to download a video to keep can take and with one click buy a few little credits to download a video scene to their computer and maybe even get a discount for doing so as an existing member without having to pull out their credit card again, which we find is a big reason why all of our customers generally that come over to us from other services existing or their own platforms see a 30% increase in their revenue. And that's not marketing fluff. 30% is our average increase for our customers that switch to our platform. And it's not a secret. We're not doing anything that's anybody else couldn't do, but nobody else seems to be doing it. The ability to market the the ability to offer the one-click services along with the pay to download, pay to stash, or pay to stream, giving consumers the choice of consuming your content the way that they're used to doing it now, whether they're an iTunes person or a Netflix person or however they like to do it, depending on the age bracket or whatnot. Putting all those choices into one place lets them stay on your site to consume that content, which means you sell more of it and you keep more of it in your pocket. So in general, that is why we see that 30% increase, coupled with the fact that the sites run beautifully because they're on AWS, videos play smoothly, and they're generally very secure. Our services start at $300.99 a month, $3.99 a month, and it's based on user base. So if you're a brand new site, that's what you pay, $399 a month, and that includes literally everything. The software CMS, the security, everything I've talked about, except for Roku, which is an additional one-time fee. The CDN streaming, enough bandwidth for your site to run for that volume of people. If you go over in bandwidth, if your site hits the nightly news, which could be a very good thing for some people, then you pay maybe a little extra for bandwidth if you swamp the servers or whatever. But generally speaking, our pricing is set up so that the number of members you have on your site, it fits you, and we're not trying to make money off of bandwidth on you. We want, because we're in the same industry as many content creators are, because we're also content creators, we want people to be successful and happy, and we're not trying to nickel and dime you. So, you know, we offer a very fair price for the stuff that we have, and we like to think that, you know, it's a good deal. Also, we have a 60-day promise. As long as you do your due diligence with us and get materials for us to help you get your site launched, we aim to have you up in 60 days from the day you start with us, or we'll just give you your money back. We don't like to drag our feet, and we like to get people up and running as soon as possible. We have, what was I going to say? So it's 60 days from the day we start, and we have a special to get you online, so it's not $3.99 right away every month. We have like a 60-day onboarding special that I can talk about later. But we're a very boutique company, so we don't, unlike the Elevated X's of the world, which they're wonderful and they serve a lot of people in this industry, we are more boutique. So what happens with us is you get me or you get a tech that will handhold you through the entire launch process. So when you sign up with us, we will project manage you through getting started, getting your site launched. We will help you get your logo up and the template designed so that it looks like what you want it to look like. And your content, we help you get your content loaded onto it. We provide you the specs to get that done, and help you get that done in a timely fashion so we can get you launched. And then once you're launched, it's very low maintenance with our system. So that's just a very quick overview of kind of the general idea of what our system does. And so what I want to do now that I've talked for 12 minutes is I want to sort of see what kind of questions people might have, who we have in the room. I know we have a couple existing clients in the room with us today, which is always a good thing, and then kind of go from there. So what I want to do at this point is open it up to any sort of questions that you guys might have, something that maybe I wasn't clear about, or maybe something I didn't even speak on. So who might have a question for me?
Is this strictly just a content creators type of website?
Yeah, good question. Eric, you're from pornet.com. Eric asked me if this is just for content creators. Yeah, basically the people that fit well into our platform are sole producers that have membership sites that want to offload some of the workload for them, not have to keep up with software patches or writing code or that sort of thing. We're really great for people starting brand new content sites, original content sites, people that have small to medium sites, people that have larger sites, that sort of thing. But we're really great along that lines for, primarily content producers, sole proprietorship, small groups. It tends to be the larger companies. They tend to have a very specific way of doing things, and they want to have complete control over all the coding and everything. And our system is more of we've done most of the heavy lifting for you, and we want to help you benefit from that. So you wouldn't get into a lot of deep coding with us and things like that, because it's sort of kind of done for you already. Another question? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, and it kind of rules me out because we're not content creators. I mean, it looks like a wonderful system, but it's pretty much not for us. So.
Yeah, well, what is it that you do?
Just power affiliate, and not creating content.
Oh, okay. So you're more of an affiliate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that.
I kind of thought it was more of an affiliate platform for CMS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a content management system for original content producers. But I appreciate you coming by.
It looks great.
That's no problem. So who has another question? Rock, go ahead, Rock.
Okay, a couple questions. First one is in regard to, for example, the model application.
Yes.
On the website, is that a preset that you guys just put as a standard, or can I come back with a different form and give to you guys that you guys upload? Do I do that?
Okay, so the question that Rock asked was, Rock is from rocksboys.com. He's actually one of our new clients recently. He's just getting ready to launch. We're just waiting on visa approval from Visa, which we love. We love Visa, don't we? Something I didn't touch on, it's another feature of our site, is we have built-in model applications in our platform. So if somebody can come and apply to be one of the people on the site. That's something that I wanted when we first launched this as a content producer that nobody seemed to have. So that's built into our database. You can offer separate access to like a recruiter or somebody to that model database. And so if somebody comes in to the site, they can click on a link, they get taken to an application form, they fill it out, upload pictures. That application gets sent to the back end to the database, also emailed out to appropriate person. And then you can search and sort and filter by all sorts of different parameters that's on the application to look for the models that apply through your site, see where they are and whether you might want to use them, make notes on them, that sort of thing. It's very handy. The model application can be tweaked based on, to answer your question, it can be tweaked based on needs for that particular site. So I know in your particular, you deal mostly with black guys, so you might have a specific set of questions that you would want for them. It's easily changed. It's part of the services that we provide, definitely. Does that answer your question?
Yes,
Good.
thank you. And the second question I had was with regard to, because it's one of the other seminars we talked about, the Google Analytics integration, into like knowing what like the stats as far as like the revenue stats and members leaving and canceling, when they click on that cancel page and it takes them to another page where the platform offers. Does that keep track? Because I looked at it a little bit, but does it keep track of all the different stats for the site?
Google Analytics will do a lot of your browsing behaviors. It's not going to necessarily track cancel reasons or stuff like that. If you integrate, we do integrate with Google Analytics, as I hope everybody should, and you should all have it on your site, and if you don't, put it on tomorrow. It's free. So Google Analytics is integrated into our software, but it only tracks certain behavior. If you want to track cancel reasons or whatnot, then that would be done with the billing company. However, Google Analytics also, CCBill allows you to put your tag onto the pages, so they will track the behavior on the join pages as well. So there are ways to do that, yes. And you can also tie that in a way with Google Analytics dashboard itself through CCBill. It's one of their technicians would be able to assist you in getting that done. Yeah. Okay. Another question. Yes, sir. Charlie.
Yeah, I work for Playgirl, and we're on Elevating the X right now. And, can you elaborate a little bit about the process for moving a site?
Sure. So Charlie's.
Like we have 1,000 videos, huge amount of data.
Yeah, perfect. Charlie's from Playgirl, and he's asking about migrating from another platform, say an Elevated X or a Magneto or whatever that you're having on currently. That's part of our setup process with you, and something that nobody else offers is we will handhold you through that. So what we will do is we will advise you what information to get dumped out of the database that you have with your current CMS. We'll take that information in a flat file in a spreadsheet basically, and we use that along with a few other little tools that we'll give you to put your information together and then send it to us. And for that initial launch of content, we do all that for you on the back end, so you don't have to go into like the web and like put every scene in and type every description in yourself. That's done in bulk before you launch, and then after you've launched, you would go in yourself on the web and manually add each scene as you want to add them. So it makes it a lot easier to get a site up and running without having to do a bunch of typing and clicking and pulling down.
What about copying the videos?
Can I say that again, please?
The copying the videos.
If you have a large,
Yeah, it's very large.
right, if you have a large amount of content, generally we will either request FTP access and we'll just suck it down directly off of FTP onto.
Took over like 48 hours.
Yeah, I mean it can depending on the amount of content, but you know there's not somebody sitting in front of a computer doing it. It's it's SSL command or whatever, and they just suck it over from the other server. Yeah, it's.
So you'll handle that?
Yes, we will handle that for you.
Okay.
Yep, definitely. Yep.
So
you
it's
just,
stored in the,
pardon me?
it's stored in the cloud.
Yes.
Content gets pulled and put into like an AWS storage.
Yes, so all your content lives on Amazon Web Services, whether it be S3 or the CDN network, that sort of thing. Generally speaking, all your stuff lives in AWS, correct.
So you just process it online for that storage because that's the other places to store.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said that the AWS has a higher price to store stuff, and I guess you're just getting the reliability of it.
Yes, we're getting the reliability of it. Yeah, I mean, they are they're the leader. So I mean, we want to go with the best, and we want to have our customers have good results. And until like, what, 2 weeks ago, very high reliability. We all know AWS had a little glitch there for a couple days and half the internet went down, but it's amazing to see if something, rarely when something like that happens, how much of the internet relies on, you know, on Amazon, and I mean, they're amazing services, so. Another question?
Does your system encode the content there?
Yes,
Like
so.
you don't supply code?
So the question is about encoding video. So generally speaking, for the first 3 months, we request that you send us after we've already launched all your content, we will ask you to send us a master video file for each of your releases, and we will cloud encode them for you for the first 3 months while you get used to the whole system and using our platform and everything. And we encode it into the formats that we offer. After that point, we will give you access to the proper Amazon F buckets or whatnot, and we will give you guidance on how to encode the videos yourself, so that you can just upload them directly and then not have to like go through us to do that. It's just purely an educational thing and a time thing, trying to make it easier for our customers. Not that it's that difficult to begin with.
You manage help them manage the encoding at the beginning.
Yes. Yes. And something that I'll touch on that I didn't mention before is that all of our stuff is MP4s. The downloads generally are either 720 or 1080p downloads if somebody purchased to download. We stream in 360, 480, and 720. We can do it in 1080 if you'd rather do it in 1080 streaming, but generally speaking, 720 is fine for streaming, still at this day and age. And if one of the core philosophies of our company is to stop the bleeding of free open download. So if any of you guys were on the panel I was on for Business 101 back on Thursday, I think, I touched on it briefly, but one issue that we've had in our industry since dial-up, and it was basically because of dial-up, is if you're going to buy a video, you know, you couldn't just stream the video, and you know, back then, because we all had like AOL dial-up or whatever, and it would be impossible. You could barely look at a picture. I remember looking at a GIF image, and like it would load line by line, and by the time you got down to the good bits, you were done. So it was like, you know, what's the point? One picture and you're over it. But back in the day, you know, a lot of content producers, a lot of adult pay sites would have, say, $19.99, and then you can download all the videos on the site for that price. Well, it's 2017, and most everybody has a mobile smart device, streaming access, or broadband. They don't need to download every video on your site for $20 and totally rape you. And because a lot of the people in our industry are still allowing that, they're losing a lot of money that they could be getting by monetizing that content. So allowing people to stream video for one price a month, but not download everything. Let them download. If they want to download to own, they pay for that transaction separately, just like you would with an iTunes or whatnot. If you don't want to download it, but you want to just watch one video on the site, you can buy it and cloud store it in your account, which I went over earlier. Those are the ways that we're trying to help our industry grab control back of their content, because it's very valuable. And allowing somebody to have all of your site's worth for $20 is just, you're bleeding. And we don't like to do it. We don't think the industry should be doing it anymore. So we're trying to help people understand that process by locking our systems down the way they do. So when you're on our platform, the streaming memberships are not free open downloads. So I didn't mention that before, and I want to mention that now, just for that particular reason, so that you can monetize it in other ways. Question on any of that? Yeah.
So is this it's a membership type of model, right?
The CMS allows you to have a streaming membership. It allows you to have a credit. So there's two sides of it. When somebody goes to join the site, join your site, they can choose to have a streaming membership access, or they can choose to buy credits, and they can use those credits to download videos or to store them to their account, like individual videos or Roku access. They can do both. They can do one or the other. They can switch between the two. So that person that buys the streaming access for your site for $20, $30 a month can maybe find a couple of videos of the model they like and want to own them. They can click a button and pay a few credits to download that video to your site, instead of just downloading it and you not making any extra money off of it.